when the going gets tough in the middle of the game, Virtus.Pro, they are very resolute in sticking to their ways, their game style, their philosophy. It always gets molded around the external factors, but the principles stay the same. CSGO, CS2 does not matter. Prioritization on the AWP, and I feel like that's why it's been so impressive, the fact that we still have these changes in CS2, the fact that the AWP doesn't really function as it used to on Go, and yet Jame is performing as well as he is. You take a look on the other end of things, Freddie, you take a look at Brokey, and I feel like he's very adaptable because he can rifle as well as be on this sniper.
Yeah.
We'll prioritize the AK over the AWP if it suits what's going on in FaZe's mind. 1 kill on the SMG, $600 in the budget, and now Rops wants a little bit more of the action.
Yeah, Brokey would have loved to get a few more frags there. I think the best case scenario is getting 3 kills, then dying, and then you're able to pick up the AWP. Twist just taking away those ecos from Rops. Could be maybe more valuable to give them those SMGs. You highlighted it, $600. And I think a point that's been raised and it's been talked about on the desk is CS2 AWP is nerfed. However, Brokey and Jame, they're still excelling really well. And I think with Brokey, when we were at Sydney, we saw him use the rifles a lot more. But I have to say, in this tournament, a lot of occasions, I've seen him pull out the AWP and single-handedly win rounds, especially on Nuke the other day. He just took it into his own matter, went shotgun AWPing, and if we can see that type of Brokey today, then Jame, he might be quite uncomfortable. But speaking about AWPs, as I identified, Norbert, he's going to drop over the AWP to Jame, and we're already going to have the sniper out going into round 3.
Yeah, uncontested, but it's still that bonus. You've got Carrigan leading the way here towards A main. Could be a set play out the gate, but good space being taken by Flit on side of VP. That means that this leverage setup Virtus.Pro have at the start of the round, 2 players donut, Jame holding towards A main. Everyone is in the right positions. Well, it's worked. Jame finding even more success, and yet the setup hasn't really had to change whatsoever. Really nice stuff. FaZe, they get completely shut down on the way in, and despite Rain having all of this space, we'll come back to it in just a moment. FaZe, they got the bomb. Rops is completely isolated in the site. There is no way out. There is no way in. And that means it relies now on this flank element of Rain. Rops is going to remain patient. Rops is going to be that player that just buries himself in towards the bomb site, and it is all onto Rain. But Norbert holding this angle from CT Sport. It is so deep. It's long range. And it's not really going to work out. Nice try from FaZe, but Virtus.Pro, from taking that space early, they will get all the right positions, and they're ready to lock this down.
Perfect play there. We were talking about the AWPs, it already has instant success. Norbert, I think Sam, as you said, is it a time to remove him? And he's having a very nice early take into this game. And at the very end, they're closing down the final hurdle. FaZe, because they maybe lost a bit too many players on that second round, they're going to have to go on an eco. It's not the end of the world, because they will have a purchase into the next, but it is just making it so that this is a very contestable early game.
I think the thing that actually impressed me the most in that round actually came from FaZe, and it was Rain throwing a smoke outside of B doors that landed in towards ACT. And that might be something that gets exploited a little bit later on down the line. We'll have to keep our eye on it. I wonder if that's going to be a formula for success, with FaZe conditioning Virtus.Pro over towards A, and then they throw the smokes outside of B and just take the bomb site. It's something to consider. As you mentioned, just an eco. We can kind of look ahead into this series. Bomb plants are going to be a big factor here. Obviously, every round is so valuable here in MR12. Mir might get a taste of some success. It's a bit of a messy spray. Carrigan immediately replies back. That's a rifle now thrown into his hands. But Jay making sure that the bomb site is closed.
Yeah, you were saying bomb downs can be very important, and there definitely was a possibility of that being planted in this round with Mir dying, and it seems like that will still be the case. James scared that Brokey's going to be tapping it, and this is a fairly unwinnable 1 versus 3, and it just feels like Brokey, can he get some damage? Can he maybe get another frag? He's done so well to get the bomb down. They're hunting him down, but with so many players just bounding towards him, unfortunately, the spray couldn't connect on anyone, and overall, a very nice round for Virtus.Pro.
Lessons learned from the pistol as well. You see the way the Virtus.Pro attempted that after plant immediately. It's, okay, we're all together, 3, 2, 1, let's swing. At the very least, we're going to trade out. Whereas on the pistol, it was very much 1 by 1. You're allowing FaZe to dictate the tempo of those gunfights. Not to be. Good target practice from James as well to kick things off. Of course, it's just the eco. Now we head back into these gun rounds. FaZe haven't really seen them contest mid yet. Wonder if that's going to be a thing for the future.
We've seen Big actually contesting mid really nicely with CS2 with a lot more unique possibilities with these grenades. And I hope that FaZe, we can see something a little bit similar to that, but this is not going to be that round. Twist, he's just playing quite passively. And in the meantime, that's a fantastic opener from James. Brokey swings very aggressively into A main, not anticipating someone to be equally in an aggressive angle. And even though that VP was shaping up to send 2 players there early, they get that opener and then just fall back because they know they've got that space. They don't need to try and fight for and flip. That's just such a good kill. Rain, there's nothing he can do. Spam down. VP, they're firing all cylinders right now.
Yeah, we normally associate Rain to be the connoisseur of cave, but instead Flick gives him a taste of his own medicine. Spam working out fantastically. Carrigan now looking to trade. And here's the thing. Here's why we're kind of mentioning mid control not really being a source of contention here for FaZe. Now they're going to try and consider it, but it's too late. Rops walks in late off the pure contact. Oh, exactly that. I mean, Virtus.Pro, the reason why Flick can stand in towards cave because they're not feeling any pressure. James can instantly rotate in towards donut. You can get the player off red over towards B. There's always layering for Virtus.Pro, and FaZe are not applying an even blanket of pressure over this map to allow Virtus.Pro to scurry and try and over-rotate. Twist, good kill, but you can't get the bomb down.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro are just playing phenomenally. As you said, if you allow Flick that space to work with, he's just going to take it. And with 2 nice kills, but it all stems from this opener. Brokey with the AWP goes for an aggressive play with 0 support. There was no plan B to what Brokey was doing. And if there was a rifler there could have at least been some possibility of a trade. But right now, this is an absolute shutdown onto FaZe. And they're going to be forced back on these pistols. If this veto, as we were shaping it up to be, FaZe are not going to be feeling too great going on to Vertigo. Ancient, they have to be finding success early here because this has to be their map 1.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a lopsided start here, especially after kind of getting the pistol and the conversion. But since the gun rounds are coming to play, it's all been Virtus.Pro, and it's the initiative that they're taking, especially on this defense. Something that you don't typically associate with them is being aggressive and taking space very proactively. They are doing it with numbers, and they are throwing a large number of variation. Talk about that kill towards A main for Brokey. That wasn't even a one-player setup. That wasn't just James there starting on his own. There was an additional player that was already up close, ready to push and take space. And it is locking off areas of the map, cordoning FaZe away from certain positions. That really just makes you get overplayed and completely outstretched if you're FaZe. You're forced into these uncomfortable angles, and the entire mid-round changes because Virtus.Pro is taking it away from you at the start.
It is Virtus.Pro, but overall, I feel like James being very proactive with his AWP. Like, even in that last round, he gets the aggressive kill towards A, and then is still able to rotate around towards middle and find a frag onto Rops. So I think James is going to be a real thorn in the side for FaZe coming into this series, and that's when I want to see Brokey having that contention, or maybe just holding the rifles and playing 3-4 players towards middle, just fighting their way out with sheer brawn.
Yeah, already the first technical in this grand final. Hopefully, it is just the case for a quick restart. We can get things underway. Of course, normally you can't really talk about the game apart from the issue, and it just means that FaZe have actually got a little bit of a breather now. They got a little bit of a break. Carrigan can identify in his mind what he thinks is going wrong, and to be honest, I think this is the last thing Virtus.Pro would want to happen right now. A technical pause, completely disrupting the game flow. Mirror's camera's back, which means that we can get in momentarily. I think the interesting thing for Mir, in my opinion as well, just kind of reflects on what the desk was saying, is that in my opinion, he's not really a player that fits into the Virtus.Pro mold. Whilst he can be very strategic, he can be very tactical, he can also be incredibly explosive and can make plays on his own that are potentially game-winning. And when you've got that unknown element, and you can kind of just sprinkle it into what is otherwise a very